National Electrical Code Article 404.8b addresses the spacing requirements for switches operating at 277 volts. The intent is to prevent accidental contact with two energized switches simultaneously. Meeting this requirement can be challenging as standard electrical boxes and ganging configurations often do not provide the necessary separation. A method to achieve code compliance is by utilizing two single gang boxes of the same size. These boxes are placed side by side, separated by a vertical divider that is at least 1/2 inch thick. This divider ensures the required 6-inch separation between the switches, fulfilling the requirements of the code. The installation process begins by selecting two appropriate single-gang boxes. It is crucial that the boxes are of the same dimensions to maintain a consistent and professional appearance. Next, a divider must be fabricated or sourced. The divider should be made of a non-conductive material with a minimum thickness of 1/2 inch. Suitable materials include but are not limited to high-density polyethylene, PVC, or other approved electrical insulating materials. The divider is then carefully positioned between the two single-gang boxes. It should be securely fastened to both boxes to maintain its position and structural integrity. Mechanical fasteners such as screws or rivets can be used, or the divider can be bonded to the boxes using an appropriate adhesive. Once the divider is in place, the switches can be installed in their respective boxes. Ensure that the wiring is properly routed and connected in accordance with all applicable electrical codes and regulations. The completed assembly should provide a clear physical separation between the two 277-volt switches, making it difficult to touch both switches simultaneously. This method effectively addresses the safety concerns outlined in NEC Article 404.8b. While this approach requires some ingenuity and modification, it offers a practical solution for achieving code compliance when standard products do not meet the specific requirements. It is always essential to consult with a qualified electrical inspector to ensure that the installation meets all applicable local and national electrical codes. This will ensure the safety and proper functioning of the electrical system. The dimensions and placement of the boxes should be such that after installation, the handles of the switches meet the required spacing. Consider the depth of the boxes and the type of switches being used to achieve the overall desired separation. Different types of switches have different handle sizes and spacing. The divider should be securely fastened to the boxes in a way that prevents it from being easily removed or dislodged. The structural integrity of the installation is crucial for maintaining the required separation over time. In some cases, it may be necessary to reinforce the divider with additional support to ensure it remains firmly in place. Ensure that all wiring connections are made within the boxes and that no exposed conductors are present. Proper wire management is essential for safety and code compliance. All wiring should be properly sized and rated for the intended application. Grounding is a critical aspect of electrical safety. Ensure that all electrical boxes and equipment are properly grounded in accordance with NEC Article 250. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards and ensures the safe operation of the electrical system. Conduct a thorough inspection of the completed installation to verify that all components are properly installed and that all code requirements are met. This includes checking the spacing between the switches, the integrity of the divider, and the proper wiring and grounding. Document the installation process, including photographs and detailed notes. This documentation can be helpful for future reference and for demonstrating compliance with code requirements. The documentation should include the materials used, the dimensions of the boxes and divider, and the steps taken to ensure proper installation. This method also reduces the risk of inadvertent contact with energized parts. The physical barrier provided by the divider significantly minimizes the likelihood of accidental shock. This is especially important in environments where multiple switches are located in close proximity. Using the divider ensures that the installation adheres to the intent of the code, which is to enhance electrical safety. By implementing this solution, electricians and installers can provide a safer environment for both themselves and the end users of the electrical system. This method is a practical and cost-effective way to achieve compliance with NEC Article 404.8. It utilizes readily available materials and requires only basic tools and skills. This makes it an accessible solution for a wide range of electrical installations. It is also beneficial in situations where custom-made or specialized products are not readily available. This method provides a reliable and code-compliant alternative. Be mindful of the specific requirements of the electrical code in the jurisdiction where the work is being performed. Local codes may have additional requirements or variations that must be taken into account. Always consult with a qualified electrical inspector to ensure that the installation meets all applicable local and national codes. The selection of materials should take into account the environmental conditions in which the installation will be located. For example, in damp or corrosive environments, materials that are resistant to moisture and corrosion should be used. This will help to ensure the longevity and reliability of the installation. Also, consider the aesthetic appearance of the installation. While functionality is paramount, the installation should also be visually appealing and consistent with the surrounding environment. This can be achieved by carefully selecting materials and finishes that complement the overall design. Firstly, ensure that the divider is securely fastened to the electrical boxes. Secondly, spacing between the switches should meet the required distance. Thirdly, verify that all wiring and grounding connections are properly made. Fourthly, conduct a final inspection to ensure that the installation is safe and code compliant. 1. Ensure the divider is non-conductive. 2. Ensure the divider is at least 1/2 inch thick. 3. Ensure the divider is properly secured to the boxes. 4. Ensure proper wiring connections are made. 5. Test and inspect the installation.